Madam Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk. The amendment number is 425/383128/1.
Amendment number 1.
Move so much be considered the reading of the amendment.
So ordered.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, colleagues. I've got an amendment at the desk. You've got the number. It should be on your laptops. This discussion has been going on for a while, and I've listened very closely, and I've spent some time trying to understand kind of what's going on, and I understand the proponents. I understand where this bill's coming from. We have a gun violence crisis that's going on in many communities, but it's been focused. A lot of the gun crime that's reported that's been focused comes out of Baltimore City, and I say that with a heavy heart. There's a difference in this issue in the state of Maryland, from my perspective, in that the concept of building your own firearm in some places is very foreign and very scary. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't calculate. In other places of the state, namely in my district, building your own firearm is not a foreign concept. It's not a scary concept. It's something that's been done, and it's not a new concept. It has existed for quite a while. And I would beg to guess that there are a lot of legal gun owners who have built their own firearms. These are legal gun owners. From the way this bill stands, and based off of the discussion, the general concept amongst legal gun owners is that if this bill passes, that they'll automatically be criminals because they won't be able to comply because what the bill does is not practical. In the valley of the hypothetical was said earlier. You know, people forget quickly gun trafficking. One of the biggest gun trafficking cases in our country's history was perpetrated by our own government. Does anybody remember that? These are sophisticated, complicated issues. So I thought long and hard about this bill. There's a lot of opposition to the bill, and rightfully so, because it does infringe on lawful gun ownership, which is articulated very clearly in the Second Amendment of the Constitution. But there is a problem. We do have a gun violence crisis. I think everybody agrees with that. So I've come up with this amendment, and it's based off of an amendment that's been offered before. And it's focused on one area, Baltimore City. It's not intended to target, it's intended to help. It would provide $10 million to create a special crime unit for firearm violence. That's what we're here for. That's what we're discussing. You know, we want to have a safe state. We want to have safe communities. And you would probably ask, well, what's Johnny Mounts from the Eastern Shore offering this up for Baltimore City? He ain't got no business there. Well, let me tell you, what happens in Baltimore happens everywhere else in the state of Maryland. Okay? We've got similar crimes that have become too commonplace in Baltimore, showing up in places on the Eastern Shore, and they're becoming very, very much too common. This is a serious amendment. It's filled with the best of intentions. And if the majority is intent on passing this law, which will infringe on Second Amendment rights, including this provision, this amendment will help address the overall issue, the problem, which is gun violence. Madam Speaker, I move the amendment and